Hi.
So I'm Nick.
Levi.
Nice
Nice
to
to
meet
meet you. Nice to meet you.
So just before we start, just want to let you know that everything in this room is confidential. It's just between me and you. So feel comfortable to just say whatever is on your mind. So what brings you in today?
It's kind of like a mix of things, but mostly I came in because I got a problem.
Is it alright if I take notes?
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Thanks for asking. So I came in today because I've got some real problems with smoking pot.
Mm-hmm.
I started in high school, and I don't know. It was interesting. Like I grew up in like a religious family,
Mm-hmm.
and then my brother was always kind of like the renegade or whatever, and I kind of like looked up to him, and he smoked, and he actually convinced my parents to let him grow in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So I was around it a lot, and like was kind of like always curious. And then my brother was, he was pretty much like, you can't smoke until you smoke with me. So it's almost like an exciting thing to like do with my brother. It was like, oh, one day, and when I finally, like senior year came around, and like I finally, tried it or whatever, and I was just like instantly hooked. Pretty much like haven't stopped since. But I've noticed now that like I'm like really forgetful, and like the times I have tried to stop, I pretty much can't sleep at all, and it's just really shitty. So, I'm just, I don't know, I wasn't sure if, I was crazy or if I should get help or what, so I figured I'd come and talk.
Well, you definitely, don't think you're crazy or anything like that. I mean, lots of people have these issues.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you're having, are you having short-term memory loss? Or
Yeah,
kind of, because I know that's a common symptom of marijuana, and others like maybe laziness, or maybe lack of drive.
Totally.
Stuff like that.
Absolutely. Like I've definitely been like, my girlfriend will like talk about plans or whatever, and then like the next day I'll be like, so what are you doing today? And she'll be like, I already told you. Like,
Yeah.
Damn it, and like that, just like that kind of thing, and I don't know, I'm kind of getting fed up with it, but I'm kind of like nervous because last time I tried, I like epically failed. So like, I wanted to talk to somebody about it and see if there was a helpful means or like some other or some, I don't know. I'm just
How long have you been smoking?
It'll be close to 4 years now.
4 years. And
Yeah.
that's pretty much every day.
Pretty much.
Like rarely take a day off, or
like, yeah, more than often not. I don't know. It's interesting because it's like I would like to say I'm a social smoker, but all of my friends smoke, so it's kind of like I'm just always smoking,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like I looked at it that way and looked at it as like something that I couldn't really get addicted to or anything like that. And then before I knew it, I was like extremely addicted.
How much marijuana are you consuming per day? So.
Per day?
Yeah.
Probably close to a gram. Probably close to a gram a day. I don't know. If I could afford more, probably more. But I don't probably go through $20, $30 a week, on average, just between my friends or whatever. Which, I mean, I don't know. I've heard people say that that's not, like, I've gone to a counselor before, and he's flat out told me that I wasn't doing that bad, and that wasn't a lot. But then that kind of, like, changed my thinking, and then I just, like, kept smoking, and because I didn't think it was that big of a deal, and now it's just gotten worse. So I'm like,
And you said you started in high school?
yeah,
Senior year?
yeah, senior year.
So you're kind of like, about to, grow into, I suppose, an adult.
Yeah, totally.
You feel all that pressure.
Yeah, exactly. I was definitely stressed out. My parents have had like a rocky relationship, but they're still together. But they like it's almost like clockwork. Like almost like every year they're like, oh, we're gonna divorce or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like that's really stressful, and that might have been one of the like escape parts of it, for sure. Because I definitely feel like I'm like escaping or like being like let loose.
Like you're kind of,
like
kind of self-medicating your.
like totally.
Like circumstances.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's like my way of taking care of it almost, or like pushing it away.
Yeah. How are other things going on besides, just other aspects of your life?
Well, I'm struggling in school.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Like I feel like I just, I go to class and I'll want to be like involved, but like as soon as I'm not in class, I'm like not thinking about school at all. So like it's not really, it doesn't really work, especially when, it's like I go get high and then my short-term memory's gone, so it wasn't even like I really learned anything, which is like really, almost a waste of my money.
Yeah.
So like I'm kind of caught in a bad situation, I feel, just because like I don't really know how to stop, but like inside I really do.
Yeah. Would you say that like kind of like the feeling that weed gives you, or the effect it has on you, is something that you kind of feel like you need, like you kind of like are so accustomed to it that you don't know how to kind of adapt without it?
Yeah, or it's like definitely it's definitely something that I absolutely want to do if like I haven't done in an amount of time, which is like I know is like a bad sign or whatever, but it's
you want to smoke weed, but you also kind of recognize the cons that's having on your
absolutely
schoolwork and your ambitions in the future.
It's like I have a lot of fun and I really
Yeah.
enjoy myself, but it's like I can see how it's affecting me, and
Yeah.
it's really really not positive, which is really unfortunate. Or because I definitely enjoy it. It's not something like I hate doing, or it's like not something that I'm like, oh, I just wish I could be done with this, because it's like I really wish I could do both, but I feel like
You're kind of picking one over the other. You feel like that?
totally,
Yeah.
totally, like it's not being balanced properly, or if it, or yeah, that's how I feel.
What would you feel if you were to kind of maybe set a schedule where you could smoke maybe like a few times per week instead of smoking it every day, and maybe other days do other stress relieving activities like maybe like working out or like doing schoolwork or
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe going to the beach.
That's definitely something I could think about. Or I feel
You
like
don't have to like say cut and dry like I'm just gonna stop smoking weed altogether.
yeah,
I mean, because then odds are you're just gonna like screw the whole thing.
yeah,
you might just try to take a more conservative approach and just like very gradually maybe make your schedule a little more balanced, and maybe you could
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. That's definitely something I could. I'd be willing to try. It's just I'm also kind of like nervous about like I don't know like what my friends will think just because like it's been like the same friends since high school, so like
well, maybe when you hang out with your friends, take a hit, but like maybe like when you're alone, you maybe take a hit with your friends, but then when you're alone, maybe not take a hit, or kind of
that could make sense. Maybe like force it to be a social thing rather than like just to get by. Which is pretty much how it's been. That's definitely. I feel like I want to be able to believe that like I can do that, but like I'm just like really unsure, or or like I kind of have like I'm just like I don't know, I'm in like a really hard place, I feel, just because like that's actually kind of what I tried to do with the counselor before, and it didn't really, or I just wasn't disciplined enough to like stay on it, or that's another thing, like I really don't have like a lot of self-discipline, or my parents never really like let me or cared if I was like did really well in high school, like they were kind of like, as long as you get a C, I'm happy, or whatever. So like I feel like I never really like tried to achieve really like really hard. So like when things like this come up and like it's like there's like a lot expected of me, or like I really gotta pull my shit together. It's like I really like I almost it's like I almost freeze up. It's like I don't really.
Since you've made attempts in the past that haven't worked out, you kind of discouraged.
Absolutely.
Like, what's the point if you're just going to end up not working out a few weeks later?
Absolutely. Yeah. I totally agree. Or like I feel like I kind of feel like alone, like when I brought it up to like my girlfriend before, and she's been like, all right, well, you can go ahead and stop. I'm gonna keep smoking, and then it's like almost discouraging just because it's like I don't want to cause like a
girlfriend's
shit.
Even
Exactly.
Supporting you.
Exactly. So it's like
your whole life is kind of supporting.
Exactly. So it's kind of a crazy situation because it's like I feel like I would almost have to like leave everything behind to like really.
Seems that would take a whole lot more discipline.
So I'm kind of like in an interesting predicament, I feel.
Have you gotten any work or a job?
Actually, I work at a gas station, and I work at an ice cream shop also. So I'm doing both jobs and going to school. So like I'm trying to make it all happen, and then like in between all of that, I'm trying.
Have you noticed any progress with anything work related, or kind of?
I mean,
or does it kind of just feel?
It kind of just feels like I'm kind of just going through the motions at this point. Like I do the same thing every day, and I've done it for so long that like I can go to work stoned, and it's like I've been called out on it before, but like no one ever really does anything. So I just don't, or I don't really see or I just haven't I haven't really had that problem yet, and I haven't had any issues with the law, luckily.
So, it sounds like you're kind of, you kind of started smoking weed in high school, and it kind of took a center stage in your life and your priorities, and
Yeah.
you've been in it for so long, and you kind of are having a really hard time, balancing your pot smoking, your recreational activities with your friends, with your
All the serious stuff.
ambitions and future-oriented goals. And I would just recommend, this group, AA. I know AA, alcoholics.
Yeah.
You may feel like you're not one of them, but
Mhm.
I mean, still, it can still help, anybody dealing with substance issues, no matter what, the severity. And I'd really recommend you checking that out.
Okay. I've heard that the steps really help a lot of people, and I've seen a little bit about it, and could definitely feel like I could apply some of that to my situation.
That's good to hear.
So definitely something I might want to look at. Do you know when something like that is happening, or is that does that happen every week? Or
Yeah, they have meetings every week on Friday, downtown State Street.
Cool,
And, I think it would be really helpful.
awesome. Do they have something in the morning or
Midnight. I'm just kidding.
Well, cool. Thanks for everything. That's pretty much what I wanted to talk about, and you've done well. It's been nice. Thank you. All right.
We'll just edit out maybe a little
Yeah, we'll edit.
snippet at the end.
We'll edit some stuff, huh?